Assalamu alaikum. I'm Hamza from Year 6G. Today I'll be talking about one of the four greatest Imams of fiqh, Imam Shafi'i. His full name is Abi Abdullah Muhammad bin Idris al-Shafi. He was born in 150 AH in Gaza, Palestine. The same year in which the great Imam Abu Hanifa died. His father had died in infancy, and he was raised by his mother in poverty. His mother decided to move to Makkah, where all his relatives were, and it's said that when he was 2, they moved to Makkah. There he got his education. His mother couldn't pay for his fees, so he would sit on the sidelines and take in all the knowledge that was being taught to the student. In fact, he became so adept on memorizing this knowledge that when the teacher was absent, he would take the class and teach his fellow students. He was poor, so he couldn't write on paper. Instead, he wrote on bones and pieces of cloth. Now, his teacher was so impressed by him that he decided to take him as a student with no fees. He's one of the only Imams who was related to the Prophet ﷺ. By the age of 7 or 9, he had memorized the whole Quran. When he was 15 or 18, he was given permission by his teacher to give fatwas. Around this time, he had heard about the great Imam of Medina, Imam Malik. So before this, he wanted to become a student of his. So he memorized his famous book, Muwatta, in 9 days. Then his mother sent a letter to the governor of Makkah, which he sent to the governor of Medina to accompany him to Imam Malik. So he went to meet Imam Malik, and he was very polite throughout, and said he wanted to be a student. He told how he was the late Prophet ﷺ and had memorized the whole Quran. Imam Malik was impressed by him and decided to take him on as his student. But he first asked him to take someone with him who could read the Muwatta. And with the same politeness, he replied that he would not need the book and had memorized. He studied with Imam Malik till his death and moved back to Makkah. He studied with a teacher from Basra, Kufa, Makkah and Medina. He eventually became a teacher himself and taught many students. He is known as Shaykh Islam and Nasir al-Hadith, defender of Hadith. He died in Cairo, Egypt, and still stayed with knowledgeable people till his death. One fun fact about Imam Malik was that he was skilled at archery. In fact, he said that if the points were 10, he would get 10 out of 10. It's also said that the only thing more accurate than his archery was his knowledge. May Allah grant him the highest place in Jannah, and may we benefit from his knowledge. Ma'as-salam.